We're
Wait a
good.
minute, oh, sorry, yes.
I would like to call to order tonight's zoning board of appeals meeting. Your hearing starts at 7:05, because that was what was published. We have a couple other small items to cover first.
I'll make your beck and call.
Okay.
Hello.
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 Okay, approval of minutes from October 12th and January 11th. Do we want to take that up tonight, or do we want to wait until Andy is back?
Can we pass on the 12th? I think we can do the 11th. No, we can't do the 11th either.
Right, because,
We'll have to shelve those for the next meeting.
yeah, okay, that's what I think too.
Want to table both?
Yes.
Please table both.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There we go. We
I
did
like the way you
anyway.
do that, Rich.
Just make it,
It's amazing.
let's make it official.
It's a gift.
The second item is correspondence we got from Liz Shea, the town planner, about the post zoning changes. But all we can do here, I think, is just acknowledge that we received them and
Read them.
wait pending whatever the selectmen do.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any opinions or anything, that they're still open to hear, you know, if you want to.
We send them through you?
You can submit them through me, yes.
Okay,
I did zoom into that planning board meeting,
okay.
and, you know, all in all, it's a new zoning district. And, based on the way it overlays,
Any real
175,
big
32.
changes or?
yes, 17532
It's huge.
will probably not come into play, so that may need to be addressed at some point at the, that portion of the, that district. I think it's gonna be called.
175, what was that again?
175-40, I believe. is
Oh,
what
I
it's
just was
gonna be.
looking at it.
Yeah, that's going to be the new zoning district number.
It's the,
It's for the multifamily.
Yeah. Multifamily overlay, MFOD is what it's going to be called.
now this is something that is being implemented by the state of
The
Mass.
state.
And these are the rules from the state, they're not our personal rules?
They are the town's rules, however, much of it is adopted by the state, from my understanding. The only thing in you know, watching the Zoom, the only time I chimed in was bullet point D2, multifamily dwelling. For purposes of this 175-40A, a quote, multifamily shall include a building with 3 or more dwelling units or 2 or more residential buildings on a lot, each with 2 or more dwelling units. So I asked for clarification on that. So basically, in this overlay district, 2 primary structures will be permissible. They will not need to go for 175-14, which is asking for a second primary structure. And in those 2 structures, it's required that each are a minimum of 2 units each. So for me and for Jason, it would be one structure, 3 units or more is considered commercial. But now it will be considered multifamily, even with 2 units of structures in that zoning district. The town, the local town that they use, the abutting town they use as an example, is Hanson, because Hanson, right near the commuter rail there, is just booming with
Building.
building a lot in that one section, right across the street from the commuter rail.
Do you know what the effect on the Board of Health is gonna be as far as trash concerns? Because we didn't allow anything more than 3 units.
At this point in time, I do not. There will be discussion as to these setbacks between the 2 buildings, which will be a fire issue, in zoning and building issue, because you need to have some type of separation. In the end, based on where the district is overlaying, I don't know how many of the 2 structures will come into play.
Okay.
Because of the lot size. I guess the property owner does have the option, if I'm reading this correctly, to opt out
Okay.
of using the MFOD district when filing, but can still stay in the, whatever they are, whether it's the 30 or the TOD. You know, because that's pretty much the area they're talking about.
So we're talking about a minimum setbacks of 10 feet,
Yes.
inside 10 feet, and in the rear 20 feet? I mean, that's pretty darn close. I mean, in the minimum frontage is 75, not 100, so they cut everything down.
Yes.
I mean, what are they gonna build, a swamp? Are they planning to build a swamp or something?
I am not sure.
I mean, isn't that kinda like jamming these places?
It is the, it is.
I'd be kinda worried about the minimum, the frontage of 75 where it should be 100. I mean, there's gotta be something, got some game plan here, because I like to see where these figures came from for the density. I mean, is that something the state is asking, or is that something our town is asking for?
Those numbers, I'm not sure who came up with those numbers.
Because they really
Right,
are really jamming, because,
yeah.
I mean, this is something I would expect to see, actually, but I would like to know if it's the state or is it the town? It should be, I don't understand why these are so, 10 feet front, 10 feet side, 10 feet, 20 feet rear. I mean, you're talking about jamming these buildings right up against each other.
All right, so I'll ask, setbacks, where did they?
Where they originate from?
Okay,
Also,
and I'll send you an email with you.
Thank you.
as much as I understand it, we wanna, the state wants us to have more housing. We get right back to the supply of water.
Yeah,
Right.
good point.
It boxed us in here, and I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know that it's ours to deal with the water, but it seems to be a big roadblock here.
And we are talking about like
I agree.
where Spencer's Pizza is and that area there, all those woods back there maybe?
Within a half mile of the commuter.
As long as you're within the
Yeah.
Because I can't think of anywhere else they'd be building. I mean, that would be where else you gonna build? Except behind Spencer Pizza. I mean, that's wild wetlands back there. I mean, that is really close. I mean, I hope the fire department gets a look at this and you get an idea of where this came from, because these buildings are gonna be way too close to each other.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay, should we acknowledge receipt of these?
Yeah, let's have a motion to.
Motion to acknowledge receipt of the new zoning proposed by the planning board that were submitted to the zoning board for comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, it has been acknowledged. The remaining item on our agenda is the continued hearing, petition of Stephen W. O'Donohue for a special permit under zoning bylaw 175-32I, accessory apartments to allow for an accessory apartment variance under 175-29 dimensional and density regulations, to allow for a 17-foot side setback for a 26 by 24 addition. The property is located at 65 Highfields Road on Assessor's Map 15, Lot 97, in the R30 zone. If you just state your name and address again, that would
Sure.
be helpful.
My name is Stephen O'Donohue, and the address is 65 Highfields Road, Abington, Mass.
Jim and Peterson, I just want to make sure the board acknowledges the certificate that board member Richard McGrady did regarding the meeting on January, what date was that? January 11th, and that he did watch the video. This is his affidavit and the original copies with town clerk's office.
Thank you very much.
Mr. O'Donohue presented this last time, and the people have more questions this time. Or Rich, do you have any questions with him?
No, I watched the video.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you had any other questions that, you know. that
Oh, no, I think the only question I had was the two buildings are being kind of connected, right, with a farmer's porch, correct?
They will be connected, and then there'll be a deck on the back side that will sister in the back, but the buildings will be seamless in front.
Okay.
They'll be completely connected together.
So it is connected in one way or the other, it's considered connected, correct?
The door for the addition will be on the back side, so the front will look just like the regular house with the windows, and then there'll be an interior door inside for access to the in-law apartment that way as well.
Okay, let's see, yep.
Sorry.
All sorts of
I
noises.
can't control.
I know. Well,
I don't have any further questions on this. I regret we didn't have a quorum last time.
Yeah. I just looked at this, and I see that are we, again, what are we asking for? I forget. Let me take a look.
It's a
Special
special.
Special permit, that's it, right?
and
And the variance is because of,
Dimensional intensity.
yeah, the plot size and everything. And look, again, typical Abington, when they build their houses, for some reason, they build them like on sideways or something. They got a little different angle to the plot. So I can see that, without a doubt. And I can see where you're putting it. It doesn't look like it's, it's gonna look bad at all. It's good for the neighborhood. You're 17 feet away from the line. I mean, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I can see why you want to do it too, because
I appreciate
keep
that.
the family.
Thank you.
And I don't see any abutters here tonight
Yeah.
objecting to what you want to do.
I appreciate that as well, yes.
Yeah.
We're giving them 40 days now, right?
Right, right.
It's all good.
Any further questions of him?
The handicap ramp on the back off the deck,
Yes, sir.
is that going towards the side yard or is that going towards the driveway?
So the driveway's gonna end up reconfigured instead of the.
You are gonna reconfigure it?
Instead of the U shape, we're gonna have the box. So
Okay.
it's gonna be a box there, so we'll just have that there so they can actually pull up to closer to the ramp. So the ramp will come off the back and then down the side of the side,
Of the addition?
the left side of the house if you're facing it. Yes, sir.
Right, okay.
Yes, sir, and then that way they can pull up there, just get out and go up the ramp and come around the back.
Gotcha. No further questions, sir.
You didn't have any more questions either?
No, I think it's for the good of the family, and they need help, and that's why they're here, so.
And could I have a motion to close the public part of it?
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion amongst us? I absolutely think this is the right thing to do.
yeah, I mean, people come in front of us for variances and special permits, and this is one of the things that, they need help.
Right.
So, and again, the property definitely is weirdly shaped, and they still have 17 feet away from the plot line, so, on the side, so
Yeah.
it's not interfering with anyone else, and they desperately need it, so.
I don't think you could have had a better configuration for what
Right.
you need. And-
Exactly.
And with access for the handicap ramp or anything else, I think it was a very good plan.
Appreciate it, thank you.
We should take these in two steps, correct? One for the
Yes.
variance and one for the special permit?
Yes, so for the special permit, let's I'll entertain a motion for that.
Petition by, I request that we approve a petition by Stephen O'Donoghue for a special permit under zoning bylaws 175-32.I, accessory apartment, to allow for an accessory apartment under the original request as planned by the plan submitted to the board.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then,
Petition by Stephen O'Donoghue for a variance under 175-29 dimensional and density regulation to allow for a 17-foot setback for a 26 by 24 addition on the property located at 65 Highland Road on Assessors Map 15, Lot 97, in the R30 zone.
I'll give a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it.
You have any paperwork to fill?
We have to do a letter, right?
We'll do a decision letter, and it'll probably be ready tomorrow, Rich.
Right,
We have time
I'll
to
come in
sign
right
it
away.
In the morning.
Good luck, sir.
I'd like to thank
Yeah,
the
good luck
board,
with
thank you very
everything.
much for all the help, everyone's been great, thank you.
All right,
I hope
take care.
I hope it does well in the weather.
I'm
season.
sorry about the delay. Those are the DR.
That's it for me, that's it.
Yep,
All set.
take care now.
Blessings.
I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion
Is
to
there
adjourn.
anything you guys got, or? you good?
No.
We're good.
All right, second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess we're done too.
We're all set, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in, I appreciate it.
No problem, thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.